everyone, my name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm building a cute little cottage in the world of Copperdale. As you can maybe tell, wait, no, I didn't do that yet. I was gonna say I built this in the fall, but I hadn't set my game to the fall at this point in the build yet, I don't think. I think I did that a little bit later because I was really just trying to go for all the autumn, fall, cozy vibes. However, the fun thing about this cottage is it turned out to be pink, which was really unexpected for me as well. But I actually built this one over on stream. If you didn't know, I do stream on Twitch a few times a week. And yeah, I built this little cottage over on stream, and so someone suggested making it pink, and that was something that hadn't crossed my mind at all. I was gonna make it all neutral. You can see me play around with a couple different wallpapers at first, like different bricks and paneling and stuff like that, in like gray colors, darker colors with brown columns, stuff like that. And then someone in my chat was like, you know what, let's go ahead and try to make it pink maybe, if you'd like. And I was like, okay, that's interesting, because I was gonna go for all the fall vibes and like a lighter pink cottage. In my opinion, I would associate that more with like spring or summer, not necessarily with autumn, which was why it was so interesting to me. And I'm so happy that they suggested it because it just looks adorable in pink. I used columns and stuff on the corners. As you can see, those columns are from werewolves. And that gray swatch of those columns, that is just such a pretty color, and it goes so nicely with the pink on this cottage, like on the paneling and stuff. I don't know, I'm very happy with how this cottage came out. It's very small. You can see at this point, I actually swapped over to the autumn. I moved in a sim so that I could set the game to autumn and you could actually see the difference in lighting and the plans and stuff, which at some point I really hope, I doubt that's ever gonna happen, but it'd be so helpful if we could actually change the seasons in build mode. You can now only do that when you have a sim on the lot, and then when you go into build mode, you'll still see the season you set it to in live mode, basically. But I don't know, I wish there was a way to like swap between the seasons, because I don't think you can actually change between the seasons without mods. I have MC Command Center installed, so I think I just changed the seasons through the command. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's through MC Command Center. So I don't even think you can change the seasons without cheats. I wish there was just a button for that in build mode, because for aesthetics and stuff like that, I feel like seasons and colors and lighting, it makes a big difference. So it'd be so helpful if we could actually change the seasons in build mode. But yeah, I doubt we're ever gonna get that. It's such like a niche thing. I feel like, I don't know if a lot of people would actually benefit from that, except for people who actually build for aesthetics and like build for like YouTube videos for content and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but it'd be a helpful feature is all I'm trying to say. But yeah, here you can see the cottage come together. I was working off of a reference photo that I found on Pinterest. It was just like a miniature little house that I found. It was so cute, but what I liked about it was this tiny little front porch. It's super small, like the front porch with a little awning, as you can see, with a little like roof over it. I thought that was such a cute feature. So that is basically what I took for inspiration, and then this cottage happened. The reference photo for sure wasn't pink. I think it was, did it have color? I think it was like black and white or something, or just gray. But yeah, this one turned out pink, as you can see, and I'm so happy that it did. It was something very unexpected, and it's one of the most fun things when it comes to building on Twitch. Is it's so interactive, because obviously you have your viewers and like in the chat kind of building with you in that sense, like giving different suggestions, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, you can always go ahead and check out my Twitch channel. I do build over there a lot. I also tend to play other games. I've been playing Animal Crossing. I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. So if you're interested in that, you can always go ahead and check it out. This was just a shameless little plug for you. But here you can see I was working on the landscaping. I actually did, I think, the entire landscaping before I did anything on the interior, which is crazy. I have been doing this lately, and I don't know why, because I used to do it the other way around. Like I would figure out the exterior and maybe like the biggest landscaping objects, I guess, like trees or maybe like a pond, stuff like that is what I will figure out. And then I'll do the interior first, and then I'll go back to the exterior to finish up the landscaping and like place all the details and the rest of the plants basically. But for this one, I did the whole entire landscaping and like exterior first. I think I also placed a little garden patch or like a gardening area with cottage living. Yeah, just gardening patches, I think is what you can call them. So that is what I did. This lot is only very small. It's a 20 by 15 in Copperdale, and I was so happy to build something here because I haven't gotten around to building anything on this lot, but I love this lot. The whole like location for it is so pretty. You can kind of see the whole carnival and stuff in the back, the pier area of Copperdale, which is maybe a little bit out of place because this is definitely like a little cottage type build, but it's also quite interesting because you can really see that this used to be like, it's like an older little town and the houses here are probably quite old, but then the whole like town got a little bit more modernized and now there's like a carnival on the pier. I don't know, I just kind of like that contrast, and I kind of took that for the interior of this build as well because the interior is pretty modern. It definitely has some more like older, like traditional, not necessarily traditional, but just older looking aspects to it as well. The kitchen is pretty old, but then again, it's also quite modernized. So it was like partially renovated probably. And the same goes for like the living room area. The furniture in there is pretty modern, but then some aspects of it are like more older looking or like more outdated looking, I guess. And I just really liked the combination of those two different aesthetics basically. Right, I actually also placed down a chicken coop. I haven't placed down chickens in so long, so I figured for this build, since this is like a cottagey type build, I figured the chickens would be really cute. So I placed down a chicken coop. We have a gardening area, and that is basically all I had the space for. I played around with some terrain paint, as you can see, for like cute pathways and stuff. And I am so happy with the entire exterior for this build. I'm just so happy with how it came out. It looks so cozy, especially in the fall, but since it's pink, I feel like it would go so nicely in the springtime as well, with all the different colors for the flowers and stuff. Obviously, you need to wait a little bit for that to happen because the beginning of spring, everything is still very much dead and it looks really sad. But later on in spring, I think everything starts to kind of bloom and it starts to look a little bit more prettier. So yeah, I feel like in the springtime, this cottage would look very cute as well. But here you can see we're actually moving on to the interior for this build. And for the specific Sims, I didn't really have anything in mind other than it only has one furnished bedroom. It does also have a study upstairs, like an office space, which you could obviously turn into a second bedroom very easily if you wanted to do that. I did not do that because I was thinking that this cottage would be perfect for either a single Sim or a couple with a cat. So yeah, I definitely placed some stuff for a cat as well. I ended up placing a cat tree here, like right next to the fireplace. I don't know, it's a little bit scary. I remember talking about that in the stream as well. In real life, I don't know if I would do that, like place a cat tree so closely to the fireplace, especially since it's like an open fireplace. I don't even know if the cat would lay there, but this is The Sims and you don't really have to worry about stuff like that. I mean, things can catch on fire, but I feel like the cat tree should be fine. If not, you can always just delete it. It's fine. There is also a big cat tree upstairs on the landing, so the cat should be fine either way, but I just really like the idea of the cat cozying up next to the fireplace. So that's what I ended up doing. But here you can see I actually decided to place down a couch from the Industrial Loft Kit. Is it from the Industrial? Yeah, I think so. I think it's from that kit, and I haven't used this couch in so long. It's so pretty. I love the blue color, and the wood on like the back or like the frame of the couch really matches the floor quite nicely. So that is basically why I decided to place this couch down. I just really like the vibe. Very industrial and modern, but then like combined with this coffee table and this chair on the side, that is definitely more like, I don't know, I want to say outdated. It's not necessarily outdated. It's just like more older looking, I guess. So yeah, that is really the contrast that I was trying to go for. But yeah, back to the Sims storyline, which I did not actually have. I furnished it for a single sim. I basically had a single sim and their cat in mind. But there is a double bed and it's accessible from both sides. So you could easily have a couple in this house as well. Then, like I said, the office space upstairs could easily be turned into a second bedroom, but I just, like I said, wasn't really feeling the family vibes for this one. More so like a couple that isn't planning on having any kids. Or maybe an older couple is also definitely possible. And then also there is 2 full bathrooms, 1 full bathroom downstairs off of the kitchen, which is also a laundry space, and then 1 full bathroom upstairs, but that is actually an ensuite. So if you were to do a second bedroom upstairs, then it's not really an issue, but then they would have to go downstairs to use the bathroom because, yeah, the bathroom upstairs basically is an ensuite to the master bedroom. So that's a little awkward, but that is just how the floor plan worked the best for this house. So that is what I ended up doing. Here you can see at first, next to the fireplace, I placed this vase. That vase is very pretty. It's very big and very pretty, and I don't use it enough. I think it's from another one of those kits. I have no clue. Like Oasis, Courtyard Oasis, I think is what it's called. I barely ever use that item, but it's so pretty. So I figured at first I would place that, but then I actually ended up swapping it out for the cat tree. And speaking of kits, did you guys see the leaks for those kits that are coming out? Also on Tuesday, there is this very exciting Sims Summit. At this point, I have no clue what they're going to talk about because it's Sunday today. Like, I don't know. But that is very exciting and that is happening on Tuesday. But yeah, there was also 2 kit leaks, or like 2 kit icon leaks, I should say. What do you think? Do you guys have any ideas on what it could be? I doubt it's going to be 2 build kits, but I would love to. I think one of the icons is like a little strawberry, which I think is going to be a Cass kit. If I would have to guess, I feel like that one would be a Cass kit. And then there is also an icon with like a coffee mug and like an envelope or something, like an email kind of sign. I have no clue, but that one definitely feels like maybe like an office furniture type kit. But then again, it could also be Create a Sim office clothes, like office fashion or something like that. But I feel like it's going to be something work or office or maybe work from home related. And maybe I feel like it could be build by items. I don't know. It's basically what I'm hoping because I always get most excited about the build by kits. Since I am most definitely a builder, as you probably know by now as well. Here you can see, by the way, for the kitchen, I was definitely playing around with the window situation a little bit because it was not working with the counter setup. But here I figured it out and I love this kitchen. I use these older looking kitchen counters, which are also from a kit, by the way. We're using all the kits today and we're talking about the kits. But yeah, these are from one of the first kits, the country kitchen kit, I think. And yeah, I'm using them in here. I feel like they look very run down and very old, but then in this black swatch at the same time, they also kind of look modern. I don't know. I was really vibing with them for this cottage though. So I decided to use them in here and I combined them with, overhead cabinets from Cottage Living, but then also a couple overhead cabinets from the actual kit that matched the counters. But I basically combined Cottage Living and the kit together for the cabinets for this one, and I feel like it looks so cute. It was nice because I'm using the black swatch, and the blacks for these counter sets actually match quite nicely. So yeah, I was lucky in that sense that I was able to mix and match them quite easily. But here you can see, I hope you understand what I mean by like more like older rundown, but at the same time quite modern looking, because I did place one of the stoves from Dream Home Decorator on the island, which I feel like was definitely put in later. So I feel like the kitchen definitely had a little bit of a renovation, but not all the way. So yeah, that is kind of what I was trying to achieve. And I love decorating in that sense. Mixing old and modern together. I don't know why, but I just enjoy it so much in this game. I just think it's so much fun. And then here, I didn't really have a lot of space for a dining table. So I just placed a 2-seater dining table in the corner. We do have a couple of bar stools though by the island counters. So there's definitely more seating space in the kitchen than just at this little dining table, but still, I feel like it was only going to be 2 Sims living in this little house, so I feel like yeah, the small dining table would be nice. And then off of the kitchen, as you can see, we also have a little door leading to the backyard, or this side yard, I should say. It's not really a backyard. And that's where I placed a cat bowl as well as the trash can. And yeah, here you can see off of the kitchen, we actually have a bathroom. First, I placed the cat tree next to the fireplace. I really hope that one is safe there. I did playtest the build, but not with a cat. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't think cats can die in that sense, though. I don't think cats can catch on fire. That sounds so bad. But if you know The Sims, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's silly in that way that Sims can like catch on fire. I don't think pets can catch on fire though, which would be a relief if that were the case. But here you can see I went back into the kitchen to do some cluttering. That's usually what I like to do these days. Is I place down the larger pieces of furniture and I figure out the layout, and then I go back in for clutter. I especially do this on stream because cluttering up a kitchen on stream can sometimes, for some reason, be a little bit of a task. But I really enjoy how the clutter situation came out for this one, though. I feel like this kitchen looks so lived in and just so cozy. We have a nice combination of modern little knickknacks, but also more, like I said, older looking little knickknacks. I placed a couple of cookbooks and stuff underneath or on the island counter, like in the lower part of the counter, if that makes sense. Because there's some free space for stuff there. And then here you can see off of the kitchen, we have the bathroom that I also turned into a laundry space. Now, if you don't want to use laundry, I understand that, because I feel like for a lot of people, it's very glitchy. I personally do not have an issue with laundry. I have played with it a couple times in the past month or so, and I just don't have an issue with it, which is nice, but maybe I am the exception here. I don't know why it's not glitching out for me, but it's working perfectly fine. It's a little bit of a task though, like you have to put the laundry in, and then it takes a separate interaction to actually activate or turn it on, and then you have to unload it, and then you have to reload it in the dryer, and it's a task. It's a lot of interactions. But yeah, I feel like it hasn't been glitchy for me at all. I also tend to have maids in my gameplay, and then the maids will do the laundry. So then it's even more easy because yeah, I don't even have to think about it, which is nice. But here you can see we have a tiny little landing. It's only very small, but I did place down a large cat tree because I figured that would be the perfect spot for it. And what else are you gonna put there? You know, I was already gonna do a full-on office space, so I didn't need to like place a desk or anything there. And then later on, I realized that I had forgot to place a litter box. So I think I placed a litter box on the landing instead of the little chair that I placed there. But you'll see that a lot later. I think I recorded that even. But here you can see we have the master bedroom. It's only very small. I say master bedroom. It's literally actually only the only bedroom in this house. But yeah, it does have a walk-in closet, or walk-in, built-in wardrobe, I should say. It's not really walk-in closet. I feel like the 4-tile ones are like actual walk-in closets, but this one, the 2-tile one that I actually use all the time, I feel like is more of just a built-in wardrobe look and feel. But yeah, that's the one I placed here. And then I hung up a couple of bathrobes. And I used the curtain rod as a shelf. I've done this before, and I feel like it just works so nicely. It's just such a cute, like tiny little shelf. And the nice thing about it is when you play with the walls in cutaway mode, or like the walls all the way down, the shelf on the wall, or like the curtain rod in this sense, doesn't disappear. Usually the actual shelves on the wall do disappear when you play in cutaway mode or with the walls down, but the curtain rod stays up. So it's nice for clutter, because when you place clutter on a shelf without it actually slotting to the shelf, but if you just place it manually by using the red shelf, or just, just placing it there manually, basically, then when you play with the walls down, the shelves will disappear, but the clutter won't. So then you basically have floating clutter. And I find that very annoying when I'm actually playing in a house. So I tend to stay away from that situation. But with the curtain rod, since that one actually stays visible with the walls down, it's nice because that gives you an extra little surface to clutter on a wall that you won't see when you play in cutaway mode. I don't know, this is very confusing. I hope you understood anything I just tried to explain, but that is what I tried to do. And then the curtain rod is actually a very nice solution for that. But here you can see we have a little, office space. It's very small, but we have a desk in there and a nice like reading corner with a bookcase. And then here we have the bathroom of the bedroom, so the ensuite basically. I was really playing around with how to place the furniture because we have quite a lot of windows in here. So that made it a little bit difficult for placing the furniture. But I basically created this walk-in shower by placing a half wall. And then I put a sink against it with a mirror and just a toilet in the corner. It's very simple, but it definitely works. I play tested it, so you should be fine there as well. And then here I tried to find a place for an outdoor trash can. And I later on was also finicking around with trying to find a place for the litter box. And I ended up placing it on the landing instead of in the bathroom. That's what I tried at first, but that wasn't gonna work. So I placed it on the landing and then, we were basically set. And I also placed a clothesline, which I thought was really cute. But then that is basically it for this build. So let's go ahead and check it out in real time. So here we have the cottage in the game. I feel like the location is so dreamy with the water and the tiny little beach down here. Sadly, you can't actually access this one and swim. Otherwise, it would have been even more perfect because how nice is this tiny little beach? And then back here, you can see the pier. And I just really love the contrast of this very cottagey looking little house and then the pier with the carnival in the back. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy it. But yeah, here we have the side yard. It's only very small. I did place this gardening area. As you can see, we have a chicken coop back here and a clothesline. And over here we have the back door, or the side door, I should say. So definitely a couple things to do. And then over here we have the front door. I feel like this front porch, as small as it is, it just looks so inviting to me. So cute. And then when you walk through the front door, you basically just kind of walk straight into the living room. We do have a little entryway section over here with a coat rack and a mirror, but that is basically it. For the rest, it's just living area. So I played around with platforms over here, as you can see, a little bit for the fireplace. And then this is the cat tree that I was talking about in the speed build. It's very close to the fireplace. Definitely maybe should do some playtesting to see if it won't catch on fire, but I feel like it's just such a cozy little spot for it. But yeah, here we basically have the living room. We have a seating area with this modern industrial looking couch. And then I placed this bookcase from Werewolves. I really enjoy this bookcase in here because it matches the columns. And I just thought that that was a very like neat idea that they would have like a built-in little bookcase. That's very old as well. And then back here we have the kitchen. The kitchen is my favorite area in this house, mainly because of the overhead cabinet situation and the clutter. It's just, I don't know why, but I just really like it in here. These cabinets make it look so cozy and even more cluttered. And then here we have like the sink situation. It's just all so cozy. And here you can see we have a stove on the island, which all of a sudden makes it look a lot more renovated and modern. And then over here, back here, we have the oven. And then in the corner over here, we have the teeny tiny little dining table. The lights keep disappearing, but I do have some modern looking lights above the table as well. And then here we have the back door where we have the food bowl for the cat and also the trash can. And then off of the kitchen here, we have the laundry slash bathroom. So this sink again looks very old, but then all of a sudden over here, this shower tub combo looks way more modern. So I really love the contrast. Then upstairs, we have the tiniest little landing, but I was able to actually fit a large cat tree as well as a litter box. So the cat is definitely good to go. And then over here, we have the one and only bedroom in the house. It's pretty cramped, but the bed is accessible from both sides. And then so is the bathroom. I play tested everything and my sim had no issues routing around here. So that's good to know. And then here we have that little shelf that I was talking about. It's just very small, but very cozy in my opinion. And then over here we have the office space or the second bedroom, whatever you need it for. But I just basically furnished it as an office. We have a little reading nook in here and then a desk with a computer, and yeah, for the rest it's pretty basic. But that is basically it for this house. So this pink cottage is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 57,000 simoleons, so it's actually not too expensive. I thought it'd be more expensive, so that's a nice surprise. I built it on a 20 by 15 in Copperdale, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. Like I said, I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!